Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. We're going to start off with drawing out a few cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested in receiving a personal reading, everything you need to know is in the description box below. Before I get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. And you may notice that the video and the audio quality is not as good as it usually is, and that's because I usually record with my phone, and my charger broke, and my phone is dead, and I won't be able to buy another charger until after I record these videos. So if it bothers you, this reading is not meant for you, or it may not be meant for you. That's for you to decide. But if it doesn't bother you, your first card is the 8 of Swords. You can do this feeling restriction, stay hopeful, courage in reverse. It says trust, faith, optimism, being too hard on self, believe in yourself, lack of self-love, self-depreciation. I almost wanted to say self-deprecation. But it's very obvious. So, like, the 8 of Swords here is definitely always about, like, feeling trapped. But because of the recent reading that I did, it's extra strong here. Someone here is feeling very trapped in a situation because they feel very trapped in their mind, in their head, lost in their own thoughts and feelings. Maybe you feel like you're going in circles. What also stuck out to me was courage as well. I think there is a way out for you, but fear here is not allowing you to see that. Wanting to stay in your comfort zone is not allowing you to see that. Every time I talk about comfort zone, actually I just got a vision. The fan that I have in my window, it has the word comfort zone on it. So I don't know, maybe for someone a fan could be significant. Maybe for someone very specific, if a fan helps you sleep, confirmation. But yeah, courage is really sticking out to me here. And I just feel someone here who's like in the dark, and there's like, you don't see the light. It's there, but you don't see it because you don't allow yourself to see it. I think in the traditional tarot, the 8 of Swords has someone with a blindfold on. There's something here that you aren't allowing yourself to see. A way out, or your own strength and what you're actually capable of. This is someone who feels small and powerless, and the universe, your spirit guides, don't want for you to feel that way or to see yourself that way. Maybe there could be some trauma here, some difficult situations that you faced where the only thing you knew to do was to go inward, to hide. But it's time to stop hiding. And I don't want me saying that to be associated with fear. How much restriction you feel is a reflection of how much potential you have to feel free. You just have to be willing to change your perspective, to believe in yourself, to trust yourself, to believe in the universe, and to trust the universe. There's like a really strong, pessimistic, negative energy here. I do feel it's yours. And with the 8, I mean, the infinity loop could be significant for someone, but the 8 here is generally a message to let go, knowing your worth and what you deserve. You are worth more than just your current situation and your weaknesses. And you deserve to have something better, more supportive. You deserve to allow yourself to see what you're not allowing yourself to see. You deserve to see past the fear and to truly know your options. And I think to really know how many options you actually do have, you need to start with, like in this previous reading that I just recorded, there was an important question that came through that the person watching needed to ask themselves. And that was, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? So if you weren't afraid, how many options would you really have? And what can you do to help yourself have the courage to take the way out that seems scary, but is only in your head? That might be kind of complicated or deep to look at, but just ask yourself, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? And remember that it's not about being absolutely fearless, it's about courage. There is no courage without fear. Next, we have the 4 of Wands. It says, comfort, secure, stable, celebration, pride in reverse, home life obstacles, conflict resolutions, rebuild, foundation. Instantly, when I saw this card, it really made me think of your foundation. And it makes me think of it even more with her looking in this direction, kind of, towards it. But yeah, I think this is about your home life. Whatever you call home. You're surrounded by the wrong people. These people may make you feel small, and you are taking on their energy and letting them think for you about how you feel about yourself rather than forming your own opinions about yourself. Generally, there is a foundation here that does need to be rebuilt externally, but I think that really, really starts from within. Something from your internal foundation is missing, and I honestly think that it is being faithful and having hope and being open. To be open to the good outcomes, you have to be open to the bad. To be open to the easy outcomes, you have to be open to the challenging outcomes. And learning to be open, to the more challenging things, it's going to take time. Don't expect yourself to change overnight, but allow your mind to be curious about what could be possible for you, about what could be beyond this situation. And then analyze what perspectives or feelings are holding you back from obtaining or making those possibilities happen. There's a lot of fear here standing in the way that is really distorting your vision and your judgment. And honestly, I think what might be the most effective for you is building a better relationship with your fears, with your anxiety. Know that life is not about being fearless all the time. That's impossible. Being human or an animal or a living being on this planet, it's impossible to not feel fear. That's something I've had to learn on my own journey with my own anxiety. Overcoming anxiety is about becoming comfortable with it, not trying to control it or suppress it, just accepting that it's there and still taking action anyway. It's called courage. And you need to allow yourself to explore the more courageous side of yourself, because I know it's there. I just think you need to learn to embrace it. Okay, so we have the Star card. We always love to see this card. In reverse, it says pessimism, hopeless, lack of faith, which is what I've talked about, but this is upright. If you allow yourself to be faithful, to have hope, to be optimistic, sure, things are going to come tumbling down at first, but that's part of the process. There will be a rebirth where things can be rebuilt. To build a new foundation, you first have to break the original one down. So if things seem, if you start to embrace your courage more and it seems like it's only creating more chaos, it's part of the process. There's something else I was going to say about that. It's not as chaotic as it seems. There's supposed to be chaos first, and then things will smooth out. Because things are breaking down to be rebuilt. So trust yourself. And if you don't already trust yourself, this is a great opportunity to learn how to do that. And actually, I think it's very interesting to have the Four of Wands and the Star, because before the Star is the Tower. And the Tower is all about a foundation coming crumbling down because it was never stable in the first place. It's something important that you might need to recognize, that this foundation here is not as stable as it seems. And there's nothing to be afraid of. I personally believe that as long as you're honest and you have integrity and you have the best intentions, you are protected. But recognizing that this isn't a stable situation might encourage you to take more action and to be more willing to embrace your courage. You already are courageous. You already have it. There's already risks that you are willing to take. And it's just about changing the risks that you're taking to take risks that are truly worth taking. I love, love, love that the Star energy came through for you, because I think that's just something that you really need to hear. Things need to break down before they get better. Things need to get worse before they get better. Maybe there's a need here to even build a stronger relationship, not only with your fears, but also with the universe and your spirit guides. I think they do want to help make it easier for you to trust yourself and to believe in yourself through signs, synchronicities, and messages. So allow them to help you. You don't have to do everything on your own. With the Star here, that has the number 17. Wow, 1 second. Yeah, it has the number 17, and that comes down to a number 8 again. So you're really, really being encouraged to let go of the faithlessness, the pessimism, the hopelessness, because it's not true. Yes, there are dark, terrifying, tragic things that happen in life, but there's also light, exciting miracles that happen too. It's just all about your perspective. I'm going to wrap up this reading by drawing out a card from this box here. If you didn't already know, these are just cards that I made myself. Oh, I love this so much. You can't really read it that well, but it says you're catching up with yourself and reality. Stay patient and love yourself. That's the thing. Like I said, learning to embrace your courage, to let go of the pessimism and the focus on the tragedy, it's going to take time. Learning to have a balanced appreciation of life is going to take time, especially if you face trauma. So please, please, please be patient with yourself and love yourself the most right now, because you are already in a challenging, difficult situation. And you don't need to make it more challenging and difficult by being hard on yourself. So allow yourself to be curious about yourself and what you can do to transform, to embrace all of you and not just your weaknesses, your strengths too. I think that will be the end of your reading. Actually, I just saw 111. So again, confirmation there. Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself, or at least allow yourself to learn how to do that. To learn how to make your own decisions and to, I want to say, go against the grain and to disagree with people and stuff like that. People are going to judge you at first. They're not going to take you standing up for yourself and what you deserve well. At first, at least, I can say. But honestly, to me, I just see that as a reason to put distance between these people more, because I feel like a big contributing factor for why you don't believe in yourself is because the people around you don't believe in you. And that can be hard to come to terms with. There's so much healing that you can do by learning to believe in yourself amongst the disbelief and the doubt and everything. This is definitely like a phoenix rising through the ashes type of energy, so embrace your strengths and your own light and recognize that you are not just darkness and weakness, you are also light and strength. I'm getting like this card that I have in that the cards that I made myself, that light and dark are two halves of a whole. You cannot be whole without recognizing and accepting all parts of you in both light and dark. The yin and yang symbol might be significant for you. But that will be the end of your reading. I really, really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it always makes a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.